Today's topic is pediatric chiropractic. Welcome to a journey of discovery where we delve into the world of pediatric chiropractic and your child's well-being. Pediatric chiropractic care, it aims to remove interference, allowing the body to heal itself naturally. So restoring developmental curves and improved posture are just the beginning. Chiropractic care focuses on the nervous system, which controls and coordinates all the functions within the body. And when there's interference, it can lead to dysfunction and disease. Pediatric chiropractic care, it aims to remove this interference, allowing the body to heal itself naturally. So by addressing these spinal misalignments, improving posture, and promoting healthy lifestyle habits, pediatric chiropractic care can improve your child's overall health and well-being. And chiropractic care can boost your child's immune system, can improve sleep quality, and alleviate common childhood conditions like colic, ear infections, and ADHD. Research shows that chiropractic care can have a positive impact on quality of life by reducing pain, improving physical function, and enhancing sleep. So welcome to a world where your child's health and vitality matter. Welcome to Pediatric Chiropractic. Why is pediatric chiropractic care important? Because of the perfect storm. Long before 2020 arrived, those of us caring for children in clinical practice, we understood one thing. We're already facing a pandemic, and what we now call the perfect storm. And while any pandemic affecting any part of the population is one we never wish to face, this one was hitting us where it hurts the most, our kids. Just 1 to 2 generations, not nearly enough time for genetics to change, by the way, at least not significantly. We saw rates of chronic illness in children. It's been rising rapidly to alarming levels. According to the CDC, ADHD and behavior problems in kids range from 10 to 15%, and it's climbing. Anxiety in kids was at 11%, nearly doubled 20% due to the pandemic, and depression in kids was at 8.5%, more than double to 25% due to the pandemic. And overall mental illness in kids, it affects 1 in 6 kids, and it's climbing rapidly. And autism rates, they've increased by 241% since 2000. It's 1 in 44 kids. So having noticed this trend as far back as 2003, and most importantly, having identified the real life environmental factors fueling this rise in chronic illness in our kids, we began to call this phenomena the perfect storm.
Chiropractic, hands so kind, healing touch and peace of mind.
There's a sequence of things to watch for in our kids. Looking into the case histories of kids in our clinic, I discovered a sequence of events and kids suffering from various neurological challenges. And there are seeking trends or patterns among these conditions. And sure enough, one emerged clearly in those case histories. So as a pediatric chiropractor trying to look for the cause, it stood out seemingly in plain sight. Yet the traditional medicine and regular healthcare, they seemed unaware, unconcerned, or inactive. In fact, as you'll learn, they are actually significant contributors to the perfect storm. See, not only are they not helping to stop it, but often they are contributing to it, whether they are aware of it or not. And it's been happening for over 20 years. It's now affecting yet another generation of infants, young children, and even teenagers.
Little ones, they grow so fast. Every moment doesn't last. Gentle care.
So the perfect storm is something happening right in front of us. But because of the healthcare system style, we are told to trust. Most of us parents are not even aware. And it may seem like I'm going to continue to criticize medicine here, like big pharma, pediatricians, and so forth. I'm not. They simply don't know. And even if they did, they lack the tools needed to restore our kids' health effectively in this matter. See, on the bright side of this, the last few years alone, we do receive referrals from pediatricians for pediatric chiropractic care. And they're beginning to recognize some of the signs of this perfect storm, especially the infants with cranial and facial asymmetries, colicky behavioral issues. And so they are referring to us here in our office. This video is for you, Mom and Dad, the parents who've been up late at night, scoring the internet, joining multiple Facebook groups and scheduling appointments with numerous specialists and therapists and doctors for your kid. Listen, your child is chronically ill, difficult nursing, colic, reflux, constipation, ear infections, RSV, croup, chronic colds, allergies, asthma, and chronic autoimmune issues. See, for most of us, we're still being told by our doctors that everything from autism, asthma, allergies is simply bad luck. It's genetic. However, the predominant blame on genetics for all chronic health issues was disproven 20 years ago with the emergence of epigenetics. And what is one thing that doctors seem to miss about in the perfect storm? Well, after 20 years of caring for thousands of perfect storm cases in our clinic, ranging from cerebral palsy and autism to colic and chronic ear infections, I can tell you there is one thing that stands out in over 90% of those case histories that no one is talking about: birth trauma to babies. Things like induction, manual assistance, forceps, vacuum, and C-sections are common contributions. And another significant factor is prenatal and maternal stress during pregnancy. It's exacerbated by the enormous stress and fear that's piled on mothers from 2020 and on. See, the bones of the skull, the upper neck, and the spine are crucial, not just for the structure, but also for the housing and the protecting the central and the autonomic nervous system. And when these areas are injured during birth, their function is altered from the very first moments of life. Vital functions controlled by this area include things like breastfeeding, digestion, immune system regulation, sensory processing, motor development, speech, and initial brain communication and coordination are all impacted. So the sequence of sickness, medications, and stress. The perfect storm unfolds in a 5-stage sequence from birth. Number 1, fussiness, colicky, constipated, sleep-challenged infants. Number 2, sensory, constantly sick toddlers. Number 3, hyperactive, impulsive, emotionally stuck children. Number 4, grade school children with focus, concentration, organization, and emotional regulation challenges. Number 5, exhausted, angry, anxious, depressed teenagers. See, the first and the most important step you can take is to have your child assessed by a skilled pediatric chiropractor that has expertise in working with kiddos just like this. See, our specialized techniques includes motion palpation, where we use our hands to analyze your kiddo's spine and nervous system, as gentle as checking the ripeness of a tomato. And through this process, we can identify subluxations, changes in motor tone, and autonomic dysfunction, which is a condition in which the autonomic nervous system, well, it's not working properly. It can affect the function of the heart, the bladder, the intestines, sweat glands, pupils, blood vessels, and it's classified as neuropathic. So in just 15 to 20 minutes, you can have many of the answers and explanations that you've been searching for. And so find out if pediatric chiropractic care can help your child regain health and happiness. Look, I produced over 200 videos discussing the chiropractic approach, which nearly half of them focusing on pediatric chiropractic care. After 20 years of experience, there is no excuse for parents or pediatricians even to be uninformed about this important topic.
As the twig bends, so goes the tree. Strong and healthy they will be. Safe and sound they gently grow. Chiropractic care helps them flow. Infants smile in gentle care. Love and health is everywhere. Each small move is made with grace, brightening each little face. Toddlers finding strength and pace, learning balance in the chase. From the first steps to running wild, gentle care for every child. As the twig bends, so goes the tree. Chiropractic care helps them flow. As the twig bends, so goes the tree.